Cantrips are usually one action. So it's going to be something where usually it's the spell is the bonus action, and then the cantrip is the action.
Gotcha.
BRB, I'm going to heat up some freezer burritos.
Oh, shit, that was it. For something that has a bonus action, cantrip, or bonus, I don't know if it's a cantrip or spell, but something like Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, right? But that's not a bonus action?
Right, that's an action.
Okay. But something like Bardic Inspiration would be a bonus action that you could use.
Yeah.
So if I did a spell and then I used Bardic Inspiration.
Right, because that's just a thing. It's just
right,
gotcha. You can just use it.
Well, while we're on this trail, the Changeling Bard. My name is Larry Labia, and if he were to introduce himself, he enjoys a good limerick. So if he were to introduce himself, he would say something along the lines of, "There once was a girl named Maria, who loved a tall glass sangria. I made her my wife the day she. I made her my wifey the day she met me. Limerick Larry Labia." So I made that up 2 minutes ago, so I hope you're happy with that. But yeah, this is Larry Labia. Put his name in the chat so you can.
I feel like I should have just made my Goblin Bard at this point.
That's his name. So.
If you have a son, what would you name him?
Probably Meaty.
Not Harry.
Or Beef. I'm gonna go right on the nose there.
What's going on, fellas?
Fishy?
What I miss here?
Maybe. Nothing. Just talking about the future.
Okay.
Your mic's on in Roll20 as well, Brian.
Yeah. Turn that shit off. Put that
Lights
thing back
out.
where it came from.
Oh, I just turn off both hearing and listening in Roll20.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where is it in my settings?
Yep, settings, audio, and video.
Video.
And then others can hear or see, and I can hear or see.
Oh, no.
I gotta grab my dog. Give me a second.
Thank you.
Mine, they upgraded this a lot.
Yeah.
And now I don't know my ass from my elbow in this one. It's just...
Once you do get it, it's
pressure's
just
on,
like,
TJ.
oh, okay, that's way easier to get
the thing
to.
is that I can hear or see none is selected, but I can still hear Brian.
I turned mine to none.
You
wait,
put
hold
them
on.
both to none?
I put both to none as well.
Others can
Hold
hear
on.
or see none.
Apparently
That's what that
I have
for
to
me.
reconnect.
I can hear or see none.
Okay.
I feel violated that they haven't updated that yet. I just
Well,
clicked it. 5 seconds
different
ago.
new setting. You might have to reconnect.
Me? You think?
That's maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's the save.
Oh. Okay, I'm pressing reconnect here.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Can you hear me, you jabronis?
I mean, I could only hear you
can
once
hear you.
anyway, so
Oh, at once.
that doesn't really help anyone.
I'll refresh.
I can hear you. What I did is I muted you. And
Yeah,
I don't know
everybody.
if we're talking about that.
Everybody just make up for my mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Thank God.
This is the go-to.
Eventually, we built your character to be all of what he should have been.
I refreshed. I did the re-thing. Audio and video still says none for both things, so
Cool. I reconnected as well. I can't hear you, so we're good.
thank God.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. So, I am Yarfer, the Satyr Warlock, and yeah, there's not really too much you know, satyr. I like partying. I assume
You
that's
have-
kind of how I got with you guys.
Do you
A
have
bunch of
regular
bards.
eyes or rectangle eyes? Like a goat.
No, he's not Canadian. Regular eyes.
God damn it, Kevin! I'm trying to smoke weed over here. Laughing.
As am I.
Sake.
Sorry.
Tom's really close to him at this point.
I'm gonna go check in on my burritos.
He's like a double agent up there.
Did you say a double Asian?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I mean,
Wow,
that's exactly.
that's a little racist.
Why? Because I heard double Asian, and you said double Asian.
Hey, I mean,
Hey,
there's different things I can say, but anyway.
So are you gonna be the dub on Japanese shows?
I mean, I'd love to get to that point.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna
Probably
try
a
and
fucking
do.
brutal road.
Yeah, I assume, because there's different things. It's like that I'm thinking of just kind of trying to get into, like that, obviously. What were some of the other things? Like audiobooks, and then like video games,
yeah.
potentially. You
You
know,
could do
the.
an entire audiobook, but do it in the death metal voice.
Man.
Anybody throwback to Metalocalypse? Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just waiting for. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, I missed out on a chance to make fucking Roxo. Christmas. You know what I do, and I'm doing it.
You know what I do, and I'm doing it.
All right, when is the movie coming though?
Never, dude.
I know.
20 years. It'll show up 20 years later.
Well, they did announce it.
20 years.
Oh.
So, I found seeds in my weed the other day. It's like, why not take a shot and see if something
Right.
comes of it? And now I have 2 growing seeds in my office.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, they really sprout up. It's fucking nuts. It's almost
Yeah.
like it's a weed.
Right.
Yeah, I can't believe it fucking works. Blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing some of the stuff where it's like all the fucking trees that grow out of it. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm curious how big it's gonna get. I have no idea. Right now it's on a windowsill.
Just dreaming.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
Just keep it watered.
Yeah,
Well,
be good every couple days is fine. Oh yeah.
All right, so what instruments do people play?
TJ, hold on. Not gonna lie, this actually kind of looks like a concentration camp, not the jail.
I went with what was probably closest to what you would imagine a rock band to have. So I have. Oh shit! Where is it? Inventory. Is that where it is? Where would it put? Where did it list your instruments?
So there's tools on the main page to the left.
Oh yeah. Yep. So I am the dulcimer, the horn, and the flute.
Where are these tools?
Just
Oh.
if you're on D&D
Sorry,
Beyond, they're just on the
I
left.
see, I see it. Sorry, Tom. What were your instruments again? I want to hear.
Dulcimer, horn, and the flute.
Nice. We may be able to join a band, Tom, because
I am a band. I don't know.
I
if you
have
heard
I
it.
have a lute and a pan flute.
I said it.
I
They
also
said it.
have a pan
Everybody
flute.
has been saying it.
And I have a hand drum as well. So I don't know about you, but if you're ready to listen to the soundtrack of Black Panther, I'll
I'm
play it on that hand drum.
I'm exclusively pan flute, but you know I can crush it.
Maybe there's a section that could be created in this band we're forming. You know, a whole pan flute litany.
Nobody has a lute though.
No,
You had a lute, right? You could
I
be our
have-
main lutist.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can fucking.
And then Brian's character, once he comes back with his burrito,
I'm here.
he can be our
The
main
burritos are here,
looter.
Is a lutist like a? I mean, yeah. Is somebody who plays the lute a lutist or a loudist?
These are the real questions.
Luterizer?
Ooh, I like that better.
So, guys, did anyone send me items? Lucas, I know I didn't say any items for you, but
It should have been in my. So it's in my inventory.
I just did the
Yeah,
base.
I did the same thing.
So here's the thing: is that you guys don't have anything on your person because they're collected.
Yeah. It's just there. I won't use it until
same
until we
here.
run into it. But I figured it's just easier to.
But
have
but
it
if you want to, know it or whatever.
Yeah,
I've
we
got
just can't use our items
a
until
dragon touched focus.
Actually, I still need to.
touched by a
use
dragon.
I went with a ring of
True
free
story.
action.
All right. So I think I have enough posted here. It's gonna be real messy, like I said.
Oh, you
but
know what?
We're gonna jump into it, and
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night. We're gonna break out of prison. I mean, what else do you do with your friends on a Saturday night?
I know.
Forget the day.
Saturday a good day for breaking out of prison?
I heard Saturday night's a good night for fighting,
who-
but for prison breakouts.
I mean, because they've got other people who are like having problems and stuff on Saturday nights because of drinking. So they've
Right.
got other people to fill the cells, and they won't even remember we were there.
So here's what happens. Well, first, I
My
already
intelligence
kind
is
of
a
know,
10, so obviously that's
I,
true.
ar- I already kind of know your classes roughly. We know that Kevin is in here for sexual harassment, specifically.
It was a misunderstanding. Her
Oh, yes.
husband, I did
Well,
not realize.
In order to get to this prison, you had to piss off someone of high standing because this
Yeah.
is a high security prison. And the aggression in which you pursued this maiden, you actually found out later that she was the daughter of a duke, and you are now sentenced to this prison. One thing all of you guys did is you were all on the same boat into prison. So this prison is high security and it is on an island. Does anyone else want to give me a story about why you're here?
So-
Or is it going to be randomly assigned? It's up to you. You can either
I-
choose it. Yeah.
I would like to say that the reason I'm here is because Sebastian Amadeus Rock was part of a band called SAR. You might have heard it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows it. That kind of partied to the extent that like a Motley Crue in the 80s did, and unfortunately set an entire village on fire at one point due to the partying. And maybe some other things occurred, and he's got to face the time for his crimes, even though the world's not ready for his greatness yet.
I feel like Pablo was encouraging some of that.
Pablo may have been at the party.
Yeah, we may have met once or twice before at a bookstore or something.
All right, you know
much
the drill. Get behind me.
And I'm
Larry,
completely innocent, and I've done nothing wrong, and I'm wrongfully incarcerated, and that's it.
Larry Libby is is in there for. I think we said impersonating an officer.
Right.
We're gonna leave it very general.
Yeah,
Perfect. As you guys approach, if you are a spellcaster, which I think the majority of you are currently gagged because that would prevent you from using your voice casting spells, and also if your hands are bound too, there's a special type of gloves that are on. You
is there a
approach.
role for being into that?
That's a free action right there. You're completely, that is up to you.
You get an an automatic success on that if you choose for whatever reason.
Yes. I mean, your character.
All right, starting the game off with a success.
Your character, I imagine, is dressed exactly what the token is, and I know that you guys can't see that. We'll get to that point.
Yes,
but I'm
there.
sure that it is because you were made. So that's what we'll go with. We'll get there. As you all approach the entrance of the prison, there is a long hallway with a gate at the beginning and end of it. There is a side where they took all of your belongings and gave you, your prison robes. And give me a perception check as you enter the courtyard.
I just use my passive perception of 20.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably do it.
I imagine Larry can kind of just like, he's kind of walking through and acting casually, like he's not observing a bunch of stuff, but he secretly is taking it all in every way.
My perception is not great on purpose, so I got a 10.
Okay. Is it showing up in the?
Yes, it is. Pablo's there with the 13.
Nice.
All right. And let me see. I'm on this. I might need to refresh again. Tom, is your character in the Pirates game?
Yes.
Let me find it. Sebastian.
Yep.
All right. So Sebastian's kind of preoccupied, probably playing songs in his head or just remembering, getting glimpses of his. I'm gonna make you drunk for some reason, just a drunken rampage with your band, lighting everything on fire. You're kind of getting flashbacks to it, and you can feel that however you feel about that. You're either very happy or you're like, oh, that was some crazy shit I did. But right now you're heading to prison, and that's just what you're focused on. I imagine that Pablo here is also preoccupied. He knows he's completely innocent, but he's having trouble moving because he also knows that if something is found that he would be in trouble, even though he believes he'd still be innocent. And our other friends see, when approaching the gate, that there is actually a tower in the center of the courtyard, and I mean a large tower, like a watchtower. And when you look up, what you can see, let me move you over. Courtyard here, and I need to give you guys all permission of your. Ooh. Range. You know what? We're gonna make this quick.
Yep.
And everyone can move everybody. Oh, no. I have to go.
Throwback for you.
I have to go individually. Run.
Is that a koala penis?
Whatever you want.
Sick of
some
koalas.
prisons. You know, some prisoners wanted to write something, and that's over there. All right. Just to share what everybody looks like. Shipsy.
Beautiful.
This is
Oh yeah.
this is Sebastian right there. Here we have Larry. Currently not with the guitar, but there you go.
Here we see an innocent man.
An innocent man.
Completely innocent. Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Wow. Damn. Who's this?
This
That's
is
Kevin's.
this is Yarfer.
No armor, huh?
Is he single?
He's available.
He's ready to mingle.
Is
Like,
the best way to put it.
I don't know which one of his obliques is gonna have sex with me first.
all right. So
I mean, that's what gets him in trouble. So it's not stopping him now.
I'm convinced some of those muscles literally don't. What is that? What is that corn cob?
I'm pretty sure the legs don't exist on this guy.
It's like a horse.
Because he's a satyr, so he has like goat legs,
Well,
like with
fuck
hooves
yeah.
at the bottom. So yeah, he's a fae who barely needs to work out to look this good, but you know, works out for him.
It's a curse. Some people call it a blessing, but it's a curse.
All right, so as you enter the courtyard, in front of you is a large building, and going up is this tower, and you can see kind of like a glass observation chamber. There are lots of guard towers on each side, but this one in particular happens to be in the center, and you, everyone who rolled a 20, sees this figure up there.
That's only me, because Lucas's character didn't roll a 20.
It's
I
true.
have passive perception of 20.
Right, he said roll the
Nice.
20. Rule
Oh, my
as
bad.
stated.
I didn't listen. I just assumed he allowed me to do what I did.
Yeah.
That
It's
is,
okay. I'm gonna let it be. I'll take
Everybody.
my.
So
those are some impressive hands.
right.
Man. Just
You could
imagine
get-
what they can do to you.
And next to him
Oh boy. Stands Lionel.
What was
Lionel.
the dude's name that Wolfgang played?
I forget. Shit.
Harland?
Harland. So
Yeah.
Harland works in the prison. Okay.
Harlan. Yep.
Yeah. you guys are guided into the middle of the courtroom. Actually, before we do that, while you guys are giving up your items, or more rather having them taken away, I'm gonna need a con check from Pablo.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
Dags. Let's get some dags. Pop, 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 pop.
My constitution wasn't as high as I thought.
All right, you are patted down. They're searching for daggers on you, and you didn't even need to clench, like out of being afraid that something might fall out or anything like that. You
Because I'm innocent.
you
Straight face, fucking stone dead, look them straight in the eyes as they're checking everywhere.
you.
I got nothing to hide.
Find what you were looking for.
Yeah, the next roll would be deception, but you don't even need to deceive because you kept your composure completely. They're guiding you through. You guys see that this seems to be a pretty open area. There are a few other buildings, but there are giant walls around each. You also know that if you were going to get past the walls, that there is a large body of water around you. You might still be able to see the shore, but it's probably a few miles away. All right.
Am I aware, apart from like our binding and the gags on our mouth, of any sort of like magical deterrent to innate abilities?
Magical deterrent. Actually, there would be a few guards that come over, and once you're there, they take away the gags and take away the bindings on the hands. But you still have a chain around your wrists and ankles.
Is there any way I can request those for later? I ask the guard.
He's gonna motion and slowly start to put the gag back in your mouth. And
We got a talker.
I mean, there doesn't even need to be an insight. He is generally disturbed by it, and you can tell that at the risk of turning you on, at least he doesn't have to hear it. So
So I wink at him as he does that.
You ever see the Fleece Johnson, that prisoner interview, and he's just like, I like booty.
No.
Oh
No.
god, I'm sharing that. Okay.
booty, a man's butt.
Booty,
talking about?
getting some booty. The first time I watched this, I think I laughed for like 45 minutes straight.
Do this the easy way, we do this the hard way.
But sure. And the answer was always yes. Yeah, it's fucked, but it's hilarious. He's out of jail now, I think.
I should look him up.
Good for him. Good for him.
And they put him in
I like to call you
Boondocks.
Chris Handsome. Alright. Yeah, let's they start to move you down. And we're gonna actually move students here. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah. Alright, I already put you guys here. Just need to make sure. Alright.
Somebody's gonna have to give up some booty. It's that simple.
I can't watch this right now.
The guards
We
bring
printed
you...
a picture of him that says like I like booty and put it in the elevator in our dorm. And we put it like in the sliding part of the door, so the door slides closed and then it's his face and it says I like booty. Sorry, TJ. I'm very sorry.
No. That's all good. So what we're doing? Let me move you guys over. And you won't be able to move your characters just yet because you can't really go anywhere else besides the cell. But you guys are dropped off inside the cell. The guard does take the gag back, but he won't look at you and starts to move out. They all move out,
I'll see you later.
and the door shuts behind them. So not only are you in individual cells, but there's also a locked door here as well. This is the entrance. And you guys are dropped off in your cells. So there you go. Starting point 1. As you come in, you also notice at least Pablo and Sebastian notice as they pass. I'm gonna say Larry can also see because this is directly across from their cell. Unless anyone tells you that I'm having trouble with names. What's your character's name, Kevin?
Yarfer.
Yaffer might not see it, even with a great perception, just because it's completely
there's no
blocked
way.
off.
Yep.
But unless, you could probably hear him if they were to talk. But you guys notice as you are going to the cell and look this way, you can see a figure is in this cell over here. And action.
Anybody that looks towards Sebastian just hears him start humming to himself. Oh, maybe this would work. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning, and we didn't do it. No, I got to think of that. Let's workshop that for a little bit.
I can't move my guy. Is he chained up to the floor?
No. He's not chained up to the floor, but you can't really move outside the cell. Just
Oh,
yet.
okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. There is a closed door. Yeah, right there.
I'm trying to go up to the door of my cell and try and go like, hey, psst, psst, and try and talk to. Is this Kevin's character who's next door to me? You think?
This is
This
Larry.
one?
So there's that one.
This one
Whoever's
is
right next
Kevin.
to the
I'm all
one.
the way over here, yeah.
That's Kevin all the way. Next to
Yes.
you is Tom.
It's Sebastian. Yep.
Oh, cool.
My mistake.
Perfect. So I'm gonna just
It
be
will
like,
be.
hey, you see that guy over there? Well, what's his deal?
So Sebastian looks up for a second, says, "Don't bother me. I'm working on a song. I got stuff to do."
Great. What do you mean working on a song?
Just didn't you hear? Don't you know who I am?
Listen, we gotta team up in this prison. We gotta make sure we don't let anyone else take advantage of us.
Sounds like you've been here before.
No, because I'm completely innocent. But I've just heard from other people.
Huh.
We gotta team up. People like that devil guy, he's definitely out to get us. We definitely gotta stab him repeatedly.
Hey, I'm right here. You don't sound too innocent, by the way.
I'm just defending myself.
Who are you?
I'm Joshua.
Preemptive self-defense.
All right, Joshua. I'd watch out for this guy. He sounds very stabby.
I don't know what he's going to stab me with unless he somehow got it past the guards. Then you might be able to get out. Do you have something sharp?
I don't have anything sharp on me.
Only my intellect.
Just my wit.
Could I search around my room for anything that could be made into like a shank? Could I do? I'm just gonna say fuck you to Joshua and then go back to my cell.
Super hostile.
Capron.
I do like
So
how
we-
it became Joshua as well.
We're still like bound and gagged. Is that right?
No. You guys,
not anymore.
You can move your hands and you don't have the gags anymore.
Oh man.
Could I do a perception to see if I can find anything around my cell, even though my perception's terrible bad?
Yeah. Try to do a perception check.
Perceptione. Ooh, terrible. Why is this room so smooth?
It's a very smooth room to you. Yeah.
They sanded that one down.
They knew you were coming.
Yeah.
Right, they sanded all the rock down to just a clean, polished surface. Do we notice if there is what is it? What am I trying to say? The ability to use our magic.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Just try and like see if it works. I mean, if I could try and just break my door, but
Okay, what do you cast?
I don't know that I definitely want to do that at the moment just yet, though.
Okay.
What do you call it? Larry slowly walks up to his jail cell door thing, and he kind of whispers under his breath, "The power of Labia," and cast detect magic on the door. That you guys can sell.
You see.
I don't know if I need to. Yeah.
All right, let me see something.
I love the thicknesses they describe for like blocking detect magic. A foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah, it's just like kryptonite.
Seems incredible. All right.
All right,
If you
so
put lead around kryptonite, it protects you from the radiation, and obviously it protects Superman.
Obviously,
Makes sense.
They went over that in a couple episodes.
So Joshua notices you trying to detect a spell. You also do a hand gesture, and he hears you say the power of Libya, and
Not so
and
quiet.
he goes, He's like, that's not really gonna work there, bud.
Larry says, "I swear this never happens."
Uh,
It is a pill.
It actually happens all the time here.
Right.
Fortunately, I can't cast my magic either, and I've been here for quite a long time.
What are you here for, friend?
I allegedly tried to assassinate the Emperor.
You wrongfully incarcerated too? Is the government wrongfully putting you in jail?
You're goddamn right.
Maybe you're not so bad after all. Maybe you're not as stabbing material as I thought.
Called the
Yeah.
law offices of Pablo and Pablo. Will work for you.
But I've tried for a bit. I've been here just about a month, but because of my offense, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. They're waiting for the Emperor to stop by for my execution.
Yeah. Will he kill you personally? That might be kind of cool.
I mean, that would be kind of metal.
You'd be remembered.
Legit.
It'd be
Yeah.
really metal if you spit in his face and then he cut your head off. That would be metal.
You know,
They left his mouth
I
open.
guess I can see what you guys are saying, but you know, it's my death, and I'm trying not to die. And I don't think he
Well,
would
hey,
do it
everyone
himself.
dies. Yeah, absolutely. But just saying it would
I
be.
don't know. That kind of royalty, I think they're cowards. I don't think he'd do it himself. He would watch from the warden's.
What
The
if you
warden's
challenged
tower.
him? Oh,
You have to be able to do it yourself. I would. I've done it I mean, I would do it myself. You know, if the situation ever presented itself to me, which it hasn't.
You
what
know,
better way to make your enemies scared than cut off their heads? I mean,
you know,
duh.
Pablo, I believe that. I definitely believe you. But you guys are pretty new. I guess I can try to tell you what I know. I'm guessing that you guys want to get out of here, even though you just got here.
Are there women
Well, I'm
here?
wrongfully incarcerated, so
There are no women here.
Yeah,
Are
it's
there
time to
women-
go.
are there women in quotation marks?
Women.
I mean, we can make do for a bit.
I
It's not my first time being wrongfully incarcerated.
I don't think I know what you mean. I haven't seen that.
You
but
know,
I guess.
women. He's doing quotation marks.
Well, I mean, some people, even though this is pretty high security, are given different privileges. They are able to move around prison a little easier. They're pretty
those-
confident
Are
that
those
they can.
privileges based on celebrity status, by chance?
Who is this guy that
Warning.
keeps talking?
What? This guy?
No. That guy who just jumped in all of a sudden. The guy who said celebrity.
I don't know. He came in here with you. You were on the boat with him?
Yeah, he keeps talking about that. Don't.
The boat? No, he doesn't. He's talking about the water thing.
There was also...
That's Larry's contribution.
There was also something you guys noticed, that there was some kind of lift on top of the main tower, which would have you think that there's more than one way onto the island. You guys came by boat, but you also noticed this long wiring, or this pulley system, on top of the warden's chambers as well. So that, just to note that.
Larry calls across the phone. Hey, Juice. Where do they take our stuff? That's some pretty sweet stuff, and I kind of want it back.
Yeah, about that. So, I think based off of where it was positioned, if you're coming in to the prison, it's kind of over to the left. There's like the guard barracks and everything, but if you're in the courtyard, you can kind of see that they take it over and they put it in a building. I don't really know where it goes from there,
Hey, thanks.
but you'd have to go back near the
I
main
said
entrance.
thanks.
Yep. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
The name is Labia. Larry Labia.
All right, Larry.
See you later, Larry Labia.
All right, Pablo, Larry. Who else is here?
They call me Sebastian.
All right, Sebastian, the celebrity.
You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
Careful, Jesus Christ. And to your side that you can't see is Yarfer.
Hey, Arthur.
Josh, for your edification, because I can see it, he is mega hot.
That's what I've heard often.
Well, I mean, you better be careful then. I guess you were asking about ladies, so I guess there would be some desperate guys around here. But yeah, they don't let me out too often. I'm kind of high profile. They don't want to risk anything, so I don't really have any other jobs besides septic.
How was it that you almost killed the Emperor?
Was it a bomb?
Like,
Cutting right to the chase on that one.
Well, I mean, it sounds like someone who's innocent has some experience with things.
Accused me of things relating to bombs at some point, but
And in my last 4 trials, I've gotten some knowledge of bombs, even though I would and have never, and also in the past and in future, haven't used them, and also present currently now.
Well, a tiefling assaulted the Emperor, broke in, did a lot of damage, was a pretty powerful spellcaster, which I have to say I am, and I was apprehended.
Wrongfully.
what's the deal here? Like, I attempted to try to figure out what's going on with these cells, and nothing happened. Care to elaborate?
they're very round and very smooth. I've never seen anything like it before.
I don't know what you guys did. I know that you're in here with me, so you're one of the top prisoners to be here in here with me. But ever since I've gotten here, my magic does not work. I think if we can get outside of the prison, we can use our magic. If you
Josh, you said you frequented the sewers, was it? The septic?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
There's different jobs
A
around
lot of
here.
shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit. There's a sewage system, and it's right next to solitary. You really can't miss it. If you get that level of punishment, you'll smell it. But they had me do it. They bring me there, and I have to clean out the pipes and make sure that everything still flows, or else it gets really bad.
Are the pipes another maybe way out then?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. There are a couple bars down to the sewer underneath the island. We could get out that way. I've thought about it. I just can't really break the bars at all. It's definitely not the best way, and we're gonna smell for quite some time after, but we could probably get out that way.
What about Plan A? What would you have for Plan A, since that's Plan X or lower?
That's planned shit.
Nope, that would be S, way lower
That's
than
for
that.
shit or M for mierda.
No, you're
Shit.
bringing it up. You go
And native
wrong
language.
direction. That's I do not wish to smell for very long.
I think what he's saying is he doesn't like that plan. Okay. All right.
It sounds as though that
Are you
will.
one of those poop scuba divers? Do they let you dive around in anything?
I believe they call them poopa divers. I've heard this. I've heard they're called poopa divers.
I'm sorry. How big was the wall, TJ, that was on the outside that we saw?
The wall, like 40 feet up.
Okay, thanks. Yep.
I mean,
Josh, do you suspect that it's just in here that your spells don't work?
in
Like,
here?
in terms of this cell area, or do you think it's the entire jail?
No, I've been out to the courtyard too. I've been trying to figure out what's blocking it. What's really strange is that the warden still has done some weird things to other prisoners. Some of them have gone mad. It's they've lost their minds. Usually if they lost their minds to an extent, oddly enough, they're more trusted to do jobs.
Oh, okay. That sounds like mine.
I have a pretty strong constitution, so I don't see him doing that to me.
That's how that works. Yep.
Well, I hope so, Pablo.
I
hope
know
so.
how to say no.
It's probably best to be out of his line of sight. He's like always here. It's really creepy.
So
Does he ever come in here?
No, he never really leaves that, but I've talked to the captain.
Now, were those
Lion guy.
I was just about to ask, was that the tentacle guy and the lion guy? Those the warden and captain?
Yeah. I've never met the warden. I don't think I want to. I want to stay away. But I have seen him hypnotize, I don't know, something to other inmates. They've gone crazy. There's actually an old dwarf here that one time he could use his boom. He cast something and he yelled. The warden didn't take kindly to that. No idea how he did it, but he's kinda a little loose in the head now.
Where was he when he cast or potentially cast something?
In the courtyard.
In the courtyard. Okay.
I didn't know where he was, but I heard it. I heard it from here. It filled the entire prison.
And that was his yell after the warden did something, not his spell.
No, he yelled first. Then the warden actually came down from his chamber. Never does that, from what I hear.
High horse.
White Castle.
They usually I very rarely have been able to leave unless I'm doing a job. Sometimes they let me go out to the courtyard, but they don't let me talk to too many of the inmates. I don't know how much they let us socialize, but they have a library where they can keep us entertained. But even that, I wouldn't really recommend reading the books. It makes my head hurt. I usually like reading, but not. There's something weird in the library. But yeah. I guess you were asking about another plan to leave. I don't know if we're able to shut down this anti-magic field. That would be best. Then we can just potentially fight our way out. But
Yeah, but
even if we don't wanna
you
do
said you
that,
didn't even know where it was emanating from?
I just know it exists. And I think the warden keeps it close. One time, I heard that someone went to the warden's room. Like I said, he didn't come back all right, but I don't think there was anything in there. I tried talking to him, and he started losing it, but he said he was looking for some kind of crystal, and he had a little bit of sanity left. I feel like he was looking for something shiny, but he was saying it wasn't there when he came out.
All right, so there's some sort of shiny device potentially in the warden's room if we want to go in there and risk the wrath of the warden. There's some poop pipes that we could try to tunnel through that clearly one of our party members has vetoed at its inception of the plan.
Not necessarily based on some of the other things that I've been hearing.
There's
maybe a little poop's okay. Poop guy.
Yeah. I mean,
there was something else about there's wires that may lead out to like a dock or something because they bring shipments in that go up near the top of the tower, right?
That we would definitely need to go through the warden's room. We would need some kind of, if we're trying not to fight him, we would need some kind of distraction. We would need him to get out of his chambers.
So guys, I'm just gonna. You know what? Can I make an insight check on this cat just to see, before we say anything?
Go for it.
That's a nat 1. That's what that is. So, guy seems really trustworthy to me. I was gonna. My idea is that if we need to get the warden out of his room, then all we need to do is provoke a riot. Something so big that the warden's got to come out and deal with.
A riot. There have been a few, but usually the captain of the guard comes out with that. You don't really want to face him.
all right. I'm also going to make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. With a 19, what do I think of this Sebastian character? He seems a little suspicious to me, guys.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As far as any questions he's asked so far, he's asking questions truthfully. As far as the legitimacy of setting a town on fire, and that's the reason he's here. Maybe there's a little bit more to that than what's been said, and he seems like a person who would be very convincing, but is not maybe all squared away as far as his own ability to realize what he's doing when he's doing it.
Well, I don't know if there's no magic moving on or anything. Feel like we're gonna have to
Go with the easy way, the safer way.
Well, something like that, or I mean, the current moment, it's just like, I mean, wait until something pops up, unless someone has something that'll.
Will they let
We
us out into the yard anytime soon?
They will. They'll let us out into the yard. I don't know all at the same time.
You'll have
I'm
to
not
show us.
sure.
We'll have to look and see where this poop pipe is, and
Is there
I
going to
can't
be
get
a
a better view of the guards tower or whatever.
Is there
I
going to
can't
be a
really-
football game against the guards at some point?
I don't. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard anything like that. Usually the guards keep their distance. I can't really
Do they
take
act like
you.
they're trying to keep their distance?
Yeah, they're usually around the outskirts, on the wall, near the walls, on top of it. Sometimes there's a handful inside, but you can tell that they keep the higher-ranking officers up on the wall. Ones down here, you just make a racket and ask for backup if anything goes down. They usually let prisoners fight to a certain extent, but just to get it out of their systems. But if anyone gets knocked out, they'll probably apprehend. They'll like take the guy who's awake, probably put him in solitary. You'll probably see the shit pile from there on the way. You'll at least smell it. But the other one who gets knocked out, they'll go to the infirmary first, and then maybe have some kind of punishment. But there's a couple of different jobs you can do. You can work out in the gardens. Some people do that. Some people work in the library. I don't know what you'll be assigned. You can work in the cafeteria too. Don't know what you'll find.
What's going on with the infirmary? Like, who runs the infirmary?
I don't know. I haven't been there myself. I think there might be some doctor.
Do you think what are the chances we would all get the same job?
Slim? I think they would vary us up. Usually, once we're out of here, I don't know how much talking we'll do. If we're lucky, we'll be out in the courtyard at the same time. That's probably all the togetherness we'll get. Maybe the same food shift.
What kind of weapons do the guards have?
Spears, nets, long swords.
Do they have any daggers?
No, it's too easy to grab, I think. I haven't seen any with that. I've
Do
looked.
like me some daggers.
Do they have any keys they keep on them?
Yeah, they do.
Do all the guards get the same sets of keys? Or do guards have different access to certain things? How do they, decide who gets access to what? If you have any information on that.
Usually the guards go by shifts. The guards that come in to collect us, they'll have... It's probably separated by block. I don't know. I haven't used the keys. I'm guessing. But if we were to get one of them, they still would need to lock us. It's either that you grab a different guard set of keys after someone's been locked up. So like, if you were locked up and I wasn't, maybe you could grab, I don't know, your guard's keys or something like that. They'll know it's missing if you are locked in and they don't have it. Like if you're not, yeah.
I understand what you're saying, friend.
I feel like we're waiting for the guards to do something with us at this point.
Yeah, there's not much we can do here than just kind of wait our turn to get our shit shift.
Yeah. I mean, you guys want to do a long rest?
Sure.
Sure.
Alright. I know you guys want to rest, but I think I have about a week. And then, you're kind of on your own, but I'd say with our brains combined, maybe we can probably get out of here. I don't know what you guys are really...
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you just spit in the Emperor's face before he beheads you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick. It sounds awesome. You should definitely do that.
All right.
I mean, do we just like wait for the guards to get here? I mean, like that's
To
all
a
we're kind of
firing
waiting on
squad.
here. Unless you have any advice, Mr. Juice, we should get things going. But I feel like gotta wait for something to come to us right now.
Yeah, I think it's something where we rest up. Also, like, is there anything that if we go to different places, do we think we want to be on the lookout for potentially? Anything that might help us with our situation, whether it's getting out of the cells or whatever?
Maybe we can take a keen notice into what some of the people who have lost their minds. If you want to point, what are signs to look for in the people who have maybe gone a little crazy?
Focus on buying a shiv as soon as I am.
Shiv or some sort of lockpick?
Maybe a stack of like 10 shivs. Give one to each of us.
This rogue just wants to stab.
And then I'll just have 6.
All right. So, yeah, in the morning the guards will come, and we'll go out to the courtyard. They'll probably assign you to work. There are different lines. I don't know if you guys want to request to go to different places, or like where you're interested in, but I'm sure that there's utensils and stuff in the caf, and then you don't want septic. Trust me on that. That one is usually reserved for people who make issues for the guards. And the only other place, if you want to be close to the warden, the library is right below his tower. It's like the rec center for inmates. People just hanging out when they're not. And there's also a lot of crazies there. So, yeah.
Maybe I would go to the kitchen if they gave me an option to look for my not shank.
Really, it's really up to you. I'm sure if you offer to help, you might get. The guards would definitely know you because you offered, but they might find it a little suspicious. I don't know. I have no idea.
We'll just see what happens. I'll just have to see what they do with me.
Yeah. They'll mainly let people out into the courtyard, and then we'll go from there. Alright, and then is everyone turning in for the night?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so Pablo,
Yes.
are you removing any of the bags? Are you just keeping it on your person the entire time? Are you keeping stuff in your cell? What's happening?
You know, how quickly could I don and doff these bags?
I imagine donning takes longer than doffing them.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
Because I would take them out for a long rest and then put them right back in if there was no time. Otherwise, they'd be staying.
I just sleep next to them like a fucking stuffed animal, like a safety blanket.
There is, just a couple rags on the side, which is like a makeshift bed. Really, you could probably hide stuff in there, but if you want it on your person, if you were to hear the guards come in, you are the last cell.
Not enough time.
So you have about a minute, and with a minute you could probably put in one, but it really depends on how ambitious you are and how quickly you can do it. So there's going to be some con saves for that. So
Will my con saves get worse?
A minute? My sleight of hand would.
Yeah, I do have good sleight of hand.
I could slide those right up.
I got this.
So, I'm guessing you have 3. That's what I had in,
Yeah, sure, 3.
3. Yeah, that sounds like a number. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so you have 3 bags, and everyone is going to bed. And is this... Do you have these for intent to use, or does it just make you feel safe?
Maybe like barter. I might just try and bribe someone with a bag of my ass cocaine. Maybe I could use them too if they do give me some kind of buff. It's multi-purpose.
You might want to workshop the name, the brand, but yeah, all right.
All you have to say is cocaine.
What
and
did
it doesn't matter
Eric
what
say? I
words
loved
come
it.
before or after.
I'm gonna let you know if you happen to know right now. I would say that you're not addicted, but if you were to use it, there would be some effects, and then each time you use it, you'd probably risk wanting more. So it really depends.
Just let
what
one
you'd like to
open
do.
in my ass.
There's also potential for that to happen if you were going to go to sleep with them right now, with all 3.
All right, I'll doff them.
What are you doing? You'll
I will
doff.
doff them, and I will put them in my pocket. But maybe could I practice taking them out and putting them back in, so I could maybe do it faster? Could I practice it like once or twice before bed?
You
I
okay?
respect your commitment
I'd
to
like
your
to
craft.
train.
I
All about timing.
You are definitely welcome to do that. The only thing is that each time you do that, you risk the bag breaking.
God damn it, TJ.
That's it. I'm just letting you.
You're a tough DM. I will just doff them and try and get them back. Maybe I'm gonna try and get up early somehow. Put them in my ass early.
Okay.
When they break, you will be up early. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
Okay.
work the kitchen. Me. Last cell, me.
Why is this taking so long? Give me a job. Any job.
Okay. So, yeah, you also know if anything was to happen now, you probably would not get a long rest if you were to take any. So,
Yeah.
anyway, you successfully doff all of that. I don't know if anyone else has anything to doff. Everyone is just kind of in their rags or Speedo, I guess. Rag Speedo.
Did we get to keep our
leaf
underwear?
Loincloth? Loincloth?
Yeah.
There you go.
Plant-based loincloth.
What did you say,
But
Lucas?
banana hammock.
Did we get to keep our undergarments, or did it take everything?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Are they like magical undergarments? Because they've taken that.
We're not gonna talk
Other-
about
Yeah, as long as it's just like regular, then you can have your prison rags underneath that. There you go. Perfect.
it. Yeah.
All right.
100%.
So everyone else is just turning in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, so
Actually,
Yeah.
before we fall asleep, could I just roll like a quick investigation on the room just to see if there's anything that Josh might have forgotten to tell us, or anything just about the room itself?
sure,
Rooms
go
are
for it.
smooth. There's nothing to see.
Uh, 19.
19. Okay. You look around your cell, you notice that there are some chains there. Nothing too interesting. There's buckets to do your business in, and then you start to look outside and you notice that this top cell up here, it looks kind of rusted and the bars don't look as secure. The other ones seem to be a little bit more upkeep, but these bars up here look like they could be broken.
Are they like window? Is it a window kind of scenario?
No, there's no real window bars in here. But up here, there's a completely different cell.
Okay, gotcha.
And that door looks very flimsy. It's all, so maybe if you're looking for anything sharp, that is potential.
Okay.
Are there at least 10 bars that can be broken?
I was just going to tell Escobar about it and go to sleep.
Forget it.
I was just going to tell Escobar to go Escobar about that and go to sleep. And then when we wake up in the morning, if we all have shivs, I know he
In
popped
our
one of those
chests.
bags. Yeah, he popped one of those bags. Got to work.
It is.
What did you tell me about? Say it again. I'm sorry.
The door. Where is it? This doorway up here.
Okay.
Yeah, right there is looks like a bunch of like rusted and potentially breakable bars that might be able to turn into sharp, pointy things.
I can do that. Probably.
Is it something that like? Well, no, we don't have magic. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got a thing. No, I don't know.
It's funny. So I was telling Carolyn about this earlier, and I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking of making them like this level," and she's just like, "Won't they have like lots of magic?" And I said, "Yeah." She
Not
goes, "How
if
you
they
gonna solve
don't.
it?" And I said, "But they won't." She goes, "I would be so pissed," and I'm like, "I'm sorry." And so I'm like, "I don't know how many of them are gonna have magic." I was like,
All of
"We'll
them."
see."
Every single one of them.
But
have
yeah,
any.
so
Well, none of them, but many will want it.
Are the beds? I guess Larry goes over to his bed. He goes to investigate if there were any bombs, and then also if they're like nailed to the floor, you could move them.
if what is nailed to the floor?
The beds.
The beds.
It's like a pile of rags, right?
Yeah, it's like a pile of rags. Really, you can move them
Rags,
any way you
eh?
want. Yeah, like that's like you're really.
But are
You're
those
really-
rags nailed to the floor?
They are not nailed to the floor.
Good
You
question.
You can move them anywhere. They're bundled up, and
What are the pillows?
the pillows,
Yeah,
they
you
are
see.
nailed to the floor.
But they are pillows.
There is like a straw pillow there, yeah.
What kind of straw?
Is it gluten free?
Afghani.
Yeah, gluten-free straw.
Gluten-free Afghani straw.
Yeah, straw. Shit.
This is very
Niner.
specific.
Some of that. I was looking for some of that. The blue oyster shit.
Blue
Anyways,
oyster.
Never mind. I thought you went one direction with it. You didn't. Moving on.
My favorite band.
Got a craving.
So at this point, Larry says, "Well, it seems like we are just gonna wait until we're taken out of our cells to do any more. But Sebastian, you claim to be a legendary rock star. Come, sing us a song, so we can all drift to sleep."
He goes, all right, hold on to your butts. Goes to pull out his dulcimer. It's not there. Goes, that's all right. Reaches into another pocket and he goes to pull out his horn. It's not there. Goes into a third pocket, realizing his flute's not going to be there either. He cannot give you the full rock out of Aqualung, but he sings it in some dulcet tones, and you all drift to sleep.
What? I want to hear the song.
I know you do, but you'll have to wait.
I mean, at
Yeah.
least performance check to see if I fall asleep.
Yeah.
You're not the DM right now. Oh,
All right,
fuck.
26. 26.
He puts on a pretty good performance.
Yeah. Begrudgingly, yes. Yeah.
As soon as Sebastian started doing anything, Larry fell race.
He does what?
Larry just fell right asleep.
Falls Larry's
Like-
all right.
The first
First
note.
when Squidward was playing his clarinet recital, it was like Patrick snoring right away. That was me.
Boom. Head down.
Done.
Just slams
Drool
down. asleep.
everywhere. literally knock myself out.
You'll never learn. You'll never learn.
Oh my god, Pablo, your perception's so bad.
All right.
Anyways, so are we going to bed?
Yep.
Yeah, we're all out.
It was all a dream.
We wake up and we're free.
At this point, no, missed the joke too late.
Good timing.
I can appreciate restraint.
You gotta know your limits sometimes.
It's like
All
I
right,
can't salvage this. All right, we're moving on.
Why does Yarfur get 2
All right.
guards?
Guards come in, and
So I can handle them.
they come in and they start collecting everybody. They open up. Where the hell's your name? Yeah. Yeffer? They're gonna
Yarfur?
collect Yeffer.
Yeah.
Yarfur first. And they give you an opportunity to put your chains on as they have the door open. They have a few guards there in front of you. And are you just complying, putting those on so that they can move you?
Yeah.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Okay.
My
they
safe
keep your
word is
door
butterfly.
open.
As I comply.
Safe word is butterfly. Oh my god. Okay. So the guards are like, they're like, careful. That's pretty much it. They're not too clever. They're just like, hey, careful with that. Don't want to end up in
Easy.
solitary or anything. So kind of a weak threat, weak delivery. Didn't roll too well on that one. And they go in, they start collecting everyone else. Is everyone else just putting the chains on?
So,
You taking me?
I was gonna.
Definitely gonna give him a little
basically,
attitude.
Larry is going to attempt to kind of like do a little like literally definition of sleight of hand, where it makes it look like the chain. He's like kind of like whipping the chains over his wrist to make it look like the chains are locked in on his wrists, but secretly he leaves one locked on his arm.
Alright, yeah, do a sleight of hand check.
Wondrous. Can't wait to get my ass beat. Okay, that is a 25.
Alright, yeah. You make it seem like you have your hands in chains, but really you're just holding on, and you're the only thing keeping the chains from staying on, really. You can probably take them off anytime that you want to. They will check it, but you successfully deceive them with this. It looks like they're on. Also, I forgot to do something. Pablo needs to give me a. Let's see.
Saving throw.
First,
Constitution.
let's do perception to see if you wake up, like if you become conscious first.
You notice?
You told yourself.
What
You
about
told
my
yourself you're
alarm?
gonna wake up early.
Give me 1 sec. Sorry. Yeah, my alarm clock.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
My perception.
That's your strong one, I can see.
You sleep in. You are awoken by the guards opening the door. You hear them walking, going one by one, and if you want to attempt, you can either keep your stash there, or are you going to attempt to at least put one in?
Attempt to put one in and see where I am.
Okay, all right. Give me
See where we go.
give me a sleight of hand and con save.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm loving the fact that we're trying to bullshit day one of the prisons. Fuck compliance.
Let's see. Sleight of hand.
That's what my character would do.
All right. Wow.
How quick do I
nat
get it up
20.
there?
Nat 20. You take 2 bags and
You got a nat
you
20?
really get it up there. You get 2.
Your
Within
eyes
that-
bulge a little bit on that one, but
I need to one bag pass the check, and the other bag also passes. You get both in there. It is not broken. One
Incredible.
one is hidden. Can I get one more sleight of hand to see if you can successfully hide the other bag?
Sure.
You know,
And it pops right in there.
no, not. You have it in there. You got one. The other one's hidden. You successfully moved your hands around. The guard gets to the door.
Wait. Could I
and-
give him a bardic inspiration?
I
have
was
to know
gonna
what
I
I'm
was
doing.
gonna
It's
ask if I
secret.
could make a perception to see if I could hear something that sounds familiar to me, and and then potentially try and distract the guard to buy time.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. If I can't
I don't
bardic
even-
inspiration, I'd try to get their attention or something.
It definitely
At
sounds
this
strange.
point,
What are you doing?
Larry screams out, "Look what Josh is doing!" Trying to get the guard's attention, and he's gonna attempt to persuade them with a quick yell like that, almost like manic, like "Look what he's doing!"
Let's
To
see.
try to draw the attention away.
Give me a deception check.
You guys are so kind.
Wonderful.
We
I just
care
wanted to
about
use my
your
deception check.
your
This is
ass
very,
candy.
This is very selfish. Okay, that is hilarious. That is going to be 32.
It's amazing. Yeah. All of them run over.
All
Briefly-
the guards.
Briefly for an amount of time.
Is my door open now?
Right?
Actually, both of you guys are out, and you
Are
are
you kidding
you are
me?
currently
We're about to do this.
you're currently right there. You are out. One is chained, the other one is not chained. And they're looking at Josh, and yeah, it only takes like a second, but I guess that would give Pablo one more sleight of hand and con check.
And with an inspiration, so you got a D10 to it.
Each.
You did Bardic.
No, just
Bardic
one.
inspiration magic?
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh,
So as
yeah.
a it's a good question. As a bonus action, a creature other than you gains an inspiration die.
Bardic inspiration
Oof,
magic.
that one.
That's it looks like it's a pretty popular Google search. It isn't magical unless the DM rules otherwise. Cool, so you're just
It is-
really encouraging.
He's
Yeah.
not using a spell slot, right?
No,
It's
I'm-
just-
Correct.
Right.
It's he is like one
it
of
is
like
a bardic
six.
inspiration spell, but
It's,
like
he is like he can
thing.
do it at a certain number of times per long rest or something.
per short rest. Yeah.
She's good
Right.
at
That's the
yeah,
mistake
good
there
at
was mine.
encouraging.
I mean, I'll roll a persuasion roll if you want me to. You can do it. Get him up there.
Why did they give you a 0 for that? That's weird. Well, how'd you get 21 off of that sleight of hand if you rolled a 1? I'm confused.
Rolled a one for the con.
It's both
Yeah,
are
why
red.
is it in red?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
It
know.
says plus 0. It says 1
just did the
plus
same thing I
11
always do.
equals. It's like the numbers are switched around. Shouldn't that be 12
Oh,
and not 21?
but it says 1d20 minimum 10 plus 11. So anything under that is his minimum. And then the Constitution was an actual one.
Oh, because of the rogue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's because I
Holy fuck,
I
that's
have not seen
incredible.
that before. That's amazing.
That's an insane feat. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's
what?
level 11, right?
That's essentially cheating.
That's so
Every
That's outrageous.
Well, here's the thing: is that this isn't your first rodeo. You definitely have done stuff like this before,
Yeah.
and you did it so well. But this last one is giving you trouble, and it's not your hands that are the issue. It's really just trying to accept another bag in there, and
Your butthole's just not big enough.
no, like that's kind of the problem. Is it's because the other two are stuffed in, trying to get this one to hang on.
I just
They're
thank
just-
you, D&D, for adding numbers to stuff like this for us to act out. It's just, we can do anything with these dice. It's great. This is why I said yes. When I saw that, Brian, I said yes to that right away. Okay.
Here's why you got a yes.
All right, so you tried it, but unfortunately the bag starts to break a little bit. But you manage to still bring it back to your hiding place under of your bedding there, and the guard hears something and starts to approach, and you're there with your rags down. But he's like, "Come on, get dressed."
You're like, what? A man can't masturbate anymore? Are you kidding me? All I have is rags now. What do you want me to do?
It's my morning ritual.
Can you give
Come
me
on.
like 2 minutes, please,
No,
to just finish?
no, put the chains on. He throws some chains at you. Put your pants up first. First, put your pants up. Okay. And
I'll put my pants up when I put the chains on, when I'm good and ready.
Alright, and the other guys, so this was only like probably about, I would say maybe 2 rounds or so that they were distracted by Josh. Just, like 12 seconds or so. Are you guys just staying there? Are you trying to run?
Should I try and
There's
do... Oh, sorry.
The two guys at the bottom.
I'll start to like move, but I won't like run. Just like kind of go that way a little bit.
Okay, so you're doing the full 100 because you can bolt right now, but is that what you would like to do?
Hold on. Kevin's character is leaving?
No, he just did a sidestep. He's out of his doorway now. You can do the same, but there is like another door right there. You do know that it's open, but if you were to run now, you don't have your magic still.
Yeah.
And...
No, I'm gonna stand in the doorway of myself. Just stand there.
Okay.
Like, I alerted the attention.
Gotcha.
Running away might be a bad look.
Alright, so you guys do that within that amount of time. This guard steps over and grabs the chain. Alright, so he's guiding you. And everyone else... Anyone else doing anything besides, like... I don't know.
No, not yet.
You're putting the chains on. You're good. Anyone else trying
Yeah, what
to...
I have noticed, sorry, I forget the character's name. The one who snuck the chain, like he didn't actually lock himself. Would I have noticed him do the sleight of hand there?
No, you don't
Or is he
have
way out of
a
the way?
line of sight on that, really.
And I was trying to put stuff in my ass too. Okay, I'll just chain myself up.
Alright, you chain that up. You successfully have 2 bags up there.
Could I have tried to see that?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I don't know what I would need to get, but probably higher than that.
Yeah, his sleight of hand was...
Yeah, he crushed it, like
25 or
27.
something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
20, something.
Something like that. So yeah. And then everyone else is doing that. Tom, you trying to fake it, or are you putting them on?
No, I'll put them on. I want to see how everything kind of plays out today first.
Alright, they bring you back out to the courtyard. Bunch of prisoners out. You guys have full range of
Where are all
movement.
these guards?
You have
I was confused.
all these guards. They kind of let
Are
you do
these
your
guys
thing right
sleeping?
now. Yeah, everyone is sweeping. There's a glitch in the game where they have a bunch of default animations, but everyone chooses to sweep.
But for some reason, it's been
When they're in
synced
the
up for
courtyard
like
level.
80%, and they're all doing the same sweep animation at the same time.
Yeah.
I like that Pablo just walked into the tower.
No,
that's the tower?
this isn't the tower.
Oh, I thought
Tower
that was
was
the
up, right?
tower.
This is just
I was kind of
the
confused
tower-
about that
the
too, just to
tower-
make sure.
Yes, the tower is actually up in front. Like the whole thing is the courtyard. This is just like a symbol in it. There's actually no statues, but there are places to sit.
So you
Is
just
there
sit on
anybody
the
else
bench
out
also
here
down
besides
like
guys?
that.
Is there anyone else out here? Yeah.
Where do we go? It's our job.
Is this just courtyard time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's free time. I'm just gonna walk up to a
recess.
prisoner and say, "Hey, buddy, hey, friendo, you know where I can trade for anything good?
He looks to the like
Maybe
left
like
and
a
then
good
right.
weapon."
What do you have?
Might have a certain you know, let's just say I got a new pair of what should I say? Let's just say winter's coming early. You know, you could be expecting some snow. If I get my hands on a good dagger or something like that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what I mean. That white powder, that good stuff.
The nose candy.
The nose candy, the waffle dust.
Nose can't wait. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
But it comes at a price. I need a good dagger.
Keep it down. Keep it down. Yeah, maybe we could. You might want to go to the calf. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy there. Marcus.
Okay. Marcus. Will he be sweeping?
No, he's behind the counter. I gotta sweep though. And he just goes back and he waits to sync up with everyone else.
He tries to sync up. He takes a little bit.
The cafeteria?
It's up. I don't know if it's food time, but
Pizza time.
you can you can I don't know. Have you cooked before?
Yeah, I've cooked lots of stuff. I cook
You've
in the
cooked
jungles.
before?
Yeah.
Really? All right,
yeah.
and like so the guy's kind of making a scene a little bit, but then this guard seems to notice and he hears that you're a cook. Oh shit! Almost extended this guy out. I almost did this. I'm just gonna do it anyway because it looked funny. He comes over to you. He's just so fucking wide.
Oh, you
now.
could cook?
it's those wide, those wide meme ones, like fucking Putin and the other guy stomping around like twice as
doesn't-
wide as they are tall.
That's what happens. That's how this guy moves. Like a weird fucking caterpillar. Like he gets wide. His legs get wide. Yeah. So he comes over and approaches you. He's like, "You're a cook."
Yeah, I cook lots of things though.
All right, come with me. You're food prep.
Okay, alright. Will I be working with Marcus?
What? What'd you say?
Will I be working with Marcus?
You're new here, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just told Marcus is the guy in the kitchen to ask for help in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
That checks out.
Wait a second. Nothing.
I was just told by sweeping animation person 3.
Wait a second.
Wait.
That's person 5.
I was gonna say that was person 6, but yes. Alright, so he goes off. You guys don't see Pablo there anymore.
I didn't ask him to mind.
He's kind of
Too
gone.
late, I'm gone.
Is Josh with us? Did he come out with us?
See, Josh was moved.
No, he was
but
suspicious as we
that's
were
right.
being brought out. I don't
He
know
was
what he was
moved.
doing.
Yeah. He was just moved.
Okay. All right. I think I'd ask one of the guards. I'd just go up to one of the guards and say, "Excuse me, so how does one find a job here? Or are we just assigned? How does this work?"
Up here. You're already trying to help. I'll come soon enough. What are you good at?
I'm extremely good at music.
Music. I guess we could check with the captain. They're always trying to figure out a way to, I don't know, captivate these guys. Like, look at them. All they're doing is sweeping. It's disturbing. We need them to do something else.
Maybe you need a prison band.
Band? Well,
I don't know if you've
Not my
noticed,
call.
but I'm here with several other musicians. And, well, that guy.
And I'm just lounging out on a bench.
The same pose in the picture?
Yes, exactly.
there you go.
I just I just go over and post up. Let the peasants come to me. I mean prisoners. I mean, what's the difference? Start with T.
The guard may have been confused when I said that guy, but then he looks over and goes, oh, I get it, that
Oh,
guy.
I thought he was pointing to Larry. Were you pointing to Larry?
No, he
I
can
said-
play other instruments.
Yes, that's what I meant. Larry can play instruments, I can play instruments.
I somehow
This
use
guy-
a pan flute to seduce people, and it's just like that shouldn't work. Fucking
Why is
satyrs.
that happening?
Fucking satyrs. Satires.
Give off that vibe.
They definitely do. That's like their number one thing. Them and their counterpart, the nymphs.
All right.
And it's just like, yeah.
Okay. So from, let's see. Yarfer's perspective, it's just, it's like Sebastian goes over and looks back and points at him. He's talking to a guard and he's pointing at you. Is that what you do?
For me, I'll just
Sebastian,
nod if I
like, well,
notice
that's-
that.
That's what you
so-
see if that's not what he's doing. I'm just
No,
saying.
that's adequate. That's accurate, I should say.
Alright.
But I'm also not speaking to the guard like lightly, so the comments made probably would travel, I would assume.
Oh, okay. So you're boasting about I play music, and you're like, okay, all right, that makes sense.
Would in fact, if he's like, yeah, we got to get these guards kind of like to be more, I don't know, enthusiastic about their job. Is there any chance you could maybe get myself and these fellows some instruments to inspire them?
No, we're gonna need to go higher up for that. I don't know if the guards have time for that.
Listen, we're all looking for a way to get ahead in life. Maybe this is your meal ticket. Maybe you should suggest that idea. Persuasion.
All right, do a persuasion roll.
I just like to think that he said persuasion to him
Yeah,
because it was in the same voice.
No.
Persuasion.
I am persuading you.
That's
how-
Imagine you had a presidential debate. It's like, yeah, and that's why I believe we should keep all immigrants out. Persuasion.
that's a 21.
I read the Bible every day. Deception.
You you start to notice that he is a bit more fond of you. Like, he's like, oh yeah, you think that you've actually convinced him a little bit to put a word in, but that's all he can do right now. And he's thinking, well, we could bring you to, I guess, the library. For now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually instruments are not allowed in the library.
No, they're not. You don't get your instruments yet.
Ah.
But, there's some things to read up on that the warden might want you to sing about, I guess, to prisoners. That might be your way to do it.
I would be interested.
Alright, come on.
Well, say goodbye to Sebastian's mind, because I'm about to lose it. Okay.
We hardly
Alright,
knew
so-
ye.
You kind of go off to your own jobs there. Alright, what is that? Anything else happening in the courtyard?
So Larry's gonna walk up to this guy right here. And he goes, hey there, fellow prisoner. I think. Which way to the sewage system?
Why do you want to go there? It's pretty horrible.
Been reassigned and told to get there as soon as possible, or I will be beaten.
Oh, they told you to get there? They're like, okay, yeah, you have to go back to, the cell blocks. And
Is
then,
that over this way? Down
it's
here?
over, and he starts, like, to point a little bit, and he's like, it's over that way. Like,
Oh, okay.
kind of up. You have to go through the caf, or, like, in front of it, back to the cell blocks. And then, if you're there, they're going to bring you through solitaire.
Bring me through solitary?
Solitary, yeah.
What do you mean bring me through? Do you have to go through solitary to get to the sewer?
Yeah. It's like past it. You'll see it.
Well, what's the problem with walking through solitary?
That's just the direction.
Oh.
Like, you go through there, and
no, I get it. You said it like maybe there was some other insinuation with solitary.
No, that's just where you'd be.
Oh, okay, great. Cool.
Like- You might want a guard with you. They usually don't send it, so I mean,
Understood.
Go for
understood. Yep, I will make sure to go get one. And he walks over to Yarfer. Then I continue talking unless anybody else wants to chat here with someone else or do something else. No.
yeah, it's only
No.
you two guys left on the map.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
getting taken away.
Great.
Hang
So
on.
I say to Yarfer and I say, hey, how about we take a little trip down to the sewage system.
Oh, was that the only option?
I figure it's worth checking out and get to it all.
Yeah, I just think perhaps splitting up might be better served.
Yeah, it's just a little easier if I have, you to do this with. It's best done with a partner.
Can you throw a persuasion? I know I'm not the DM. I
Sure.
just want to have you convince
alright,
me.
So at this point, he says, listen, I have a feeling we can get by with some ease, um, and then changes his face to the guard, one of the guards that was taking them up, just his face, kind of like a little preview of one of the guards that like let them out this morning. And I'm also going to roll persuade. How does a 21 sit?
All right. While I still don't like the idea, especially with the guard face thing, it really convinced me. It's just like, I see now.
Even
Very
though Kevin
well.
doesn't like the idea, my character says yes. Oh man, fantastic. All right, cool. We just have to go through the cap, go by the cell blocks, go through solidarity, and we got that.
And will close be an issue?
Nope, not for you.
I
don't think so.
I was meaning for you.
Guess for me, yeah. I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. Larry says this out loud. What is a boy to do? Your clothing and equipment aren't G-danged.
And unfortunately, I don't have a Bane, so while I'm a lover, not a fighter, I have no backup for this Batman Forever situation.
Understood. Well, this has been a complete bust. I will handle it on my own then. And he walks away.
Not complete bust, but
he's already gone.
That's fine. I was just saying it in general anyway.
And at that point, the bard, Larry, says back, Nathan, and is out of the picture. Splitting up the party!
Alright, are you just chilling in the courtyard?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me a perception check.
Uh, 9.
You look around and, there's guys around sweeping, whatnot. You're kind of just killing time.
Yep.
And if you just want to stay on the bench, I will go to the other people.
I kind of feel like, not that everyone necessarily has seen this, but Dennis, when he goes back in Always Sunny to the high school and is just expecting people to flock to him, and it's just like, this is unusual. Usually this happens. I
there have been people like looking at you or giving glances, but you probably think that they're just too intimidated by your beauty or something like that. So
makes sense.
And the copious amounts of butterflies around you. So yeah.
Can't get rid of them. It happens.
Right, Lucas said he would be right back, right? So I think we will go. Let's go with Sebastian first. You notice him going up. He goes right into the building directly in front. I have a picture of a library, but I don't have it uploaded here. But we're just going to do this Theater of the Mind style. You go in there, and the guard brings you over to a bunch of books, but you do notice when he brings you there that there are a few music sheets that you can probably look over if you're interested in session.
You're muted.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, I would gravitate towards the music sheets. If I see that, that's where I would probably head first and say, I'd ask, are these the things that you wanted me to look at?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I know of. There's like a locked. No, that wouldn't be there. There would, if anything, that would be there near it would be a recorder, but you don't have permission to touch that yet.
Okay.
So,
Do I notice any of my band's music there?
your band's music?
Lead singer for SAR. Just saying.
Well,
Back, my dude. Sorry.
I don't know where they get this. I don't know if yours would be there, but there's a few papers. You might be able to find something if you've released it. And the guard just kind of lets you go there because you are. For high security prison, they are pretty lax because they don't really. You're getting like the sense that they don't really feel threatened by the prisoners. Everything seems to be under wraps, and if you like, the further you look out to the walls, you're like, oh shit, this is high security. But inside, if nothing is too active, they don't really stir things up. So he just kind of leaves you there.
Is there? So if I was just going to say, so if he's leaving me alone, and I look around this library and there's this music, and there's sheet music and whatnot, what else is in this library, or is there anything else of interest in this library that I would like to be aware of?
Let's see. You do notice that there are a few people where instead of a prison, it looks more like an asylum a little bit, with some of the people, how they're acting. You don't really need a perception check to do that because it's a pretty attention grabbing. Other people seem to be focused on these books. And what I'll need from you, if you are looking at the music, give me a perception check.
Definitely not my best skill, but okay.
Not too hidden.
Perception. Oh, yeah, not bad. 19.
Okay, that's good. So, you notice just usual notes and whatnot. It's in kind of like strange form, but any words that you see, some of it is in common, but there is also some smaller text that you see, kind of like at the bottom of like a reference area. And at the bottom there, you see something written in Infernal, which I just checked your sheet and I see that you understand.
I do.
So you are reading this, and
just quick fact: because I am in the School of Eloquence, I actually can converse in any language and be understood.
Nice. But this you truly understand. You can read it, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So you notice this. I won't say that you're reading unless you do, but you just notice by a glance, oh, this is written in Infernal.
I would absolutely delve deeper and try to read it and try to garner what I can from it.
Okay. I'm gonna say you don't really read it out loud, and you start to look over this, and it seems that there's some kind of curse written at the bottom with each page. And you, instead of reading the notes on the page itself and reading the notes, you are looking at that text because that's what caught your eye. And you notice that if you're reading that, you don't really feel like you're under some kind of compulsion or anything like that, but you have a feeling that if you were to read the text above, that it might make you easier to manipulate through magic.
So the curse is kind of the subtext that if you weren't to read that first or understand what the rest of the paperwork or the music was saying, you could kind of fall under its sway, kind of thing.
You kind of, because you know this dark language, you saw a warning before, but knowing about this curse, or like at least seeing it there, you'd imagine if you were to read the top that this would somehow, it's like subconsciously go into the person that's reading it.
Gotcha. Okay. I think knowing that, I would start to maybe take a look at either the other music that's around me or maybe some of the other literature and see if everything in this library has a similar sort of cursed circumstance hanging around it.
Yeah. You go through a couple, and on each page, it might not pop out to you right away, but you are wary to like not read it. You're just looking for these symbols and this infernal language, and you notice that somewhere on every page, whether it's smaller or larger, it's somewhere in there, and somehow you're thinking to yourself, how is this casting magic right now? How is this like subconsciously affecting people? This doesn't make sense, because you're in there, and even if you were to try to do some kind of note or a cantrip or anything like that, you notice that there's nothing there. You could do hand symbols, but it doesn't make sense.
Okay. It does. I guess maybe the last question, and then we can kind of move on to somebody else. Is there anything in the library that appears to be like a cipher or like a excuse me, like a central tome that is under lock and key or something like something of note in the library, maybe like an investigation check to see if something else pops out or something like that?
Yeah, another perception.
I can't do investigation. Way better. All right, that actually not a bad perception. 22.
22. You look around the room. You're looking for something of significance. There's lots of different books. You see these people, and you go around, and you see that there's a bunch of like stained glass windows. It almost looks like a church in a way. You notice that there seems to be things pointing towards, like, it doesn't seem holy like in a church. It seems more like dark the more that you look at everything. You even notice that there's patterns on the floor, and that it all seems to be held together. When you look up, there's also a chandelier there as well, which is the center of the library. There's a couple different corners and whatnot, but if you're like looking around, that would be something that would catch your eye.
Okay. All right. And is there anything under the chandelier, or is it just like over the center of the like main room?
Over the center of the room, it's kind of like this courtyard map that we're on now, where there's like a circle underneath it.
Okay.
Different patterns like that, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. Understood. Cool.
All right. Yeah, so you see that. Do you want to try to investigate it?
Yeah, if I could roll an investigation on that, I would.
Go for it.
All right, 15.
15. With that, you notice that the metal of the chandelier has... It's hard to see from where you are, but looking up, you're like, I think that's text on there. You can't really make it out, but you're like, I'm pretty sure on the metal it's engraved, and there might be text on there.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It seems a bit high up, probably like 10 feet up or so. You can't really just jump and get it, but yeah. And then we will also jump over to the cafeteria. Lucas, you see while you're walking up that Pablo is being escorted by a guard in front of you. You have the option to turn into that building and go into the caf, or to continue on to the cell blocks.
Can I see this guard? Do I have like a full like view of him and what he looks like?
He looks to be wearing like the same general thing that everyone else is wearing. Oh wait, I put here just in case you came along.
Gotcha.
Just looks, yeah, like the other cards.
I'm gonna ask. Actually, I'm gonna. Are there any what do you call other prisoners around?
A lot of them were in the courtyard. Some of them are passing by, but a lot of them are being escorted by guards. If they're between these two places, there should be some.
I'm just walking by myself.
Let's get some
Marcus,
guys.
that one and
Let's
only
make sure
guy
that
working
they're-
in the kitchen.
Yeah, let
That
me make
brat.
sure that there's some guys just sitting around sweeping. They're sitting though, so it's a little
Yeah.
different.
At this point, then
Are you
I
stopping by
will-
the caf, or are you continuing on?
I'm gonna go into the caf and I'm gonna sit down from that. I'm gonna pick up a chat with him, but I didn't know if Pablo had some stuff he wanted to handle inside here first.
Alright, Pablo is actually approaching this guy right here. He's kind of cooking right now. He's like, alright, you're a guy, come on, get to work.
Talk to him. I'm gonna say, hey, are you Marcus by any chance? SA?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was told you might be able to help me get my hands on a dagger for a little bit of waffle dust, if you know what I mean.
Full dust. Let's see.
I need to spell it out for you.
I understand. I catch your drift. But listen, you can't get caught with this. It's gonna come back to the kitchen. You're working here. They'll know that you get it here. If you fuck up with me.
All right, Marcus. Can I have give me a minute to doff one of my bags? Is there anything that you could wrap around this knife, perhaps, or around the end, so that way I could maybe put it somewhere and hide it?
Replace the baggie.
Yeah,
One
I
for
have-
one sort of deal.
yeah, it's all one inventory space, so maybe I just hold it in my cheeks instead.
I mean, I know that guys bring stuff in here, but I don't think that anyone's ever shoved a knife up their ass. You'd be the first.
Do you recommend that I hide this?
Yeah, they don't
Since I'm innocent.
really.
Does it come
They
with
don't-
the sheath?
They don't check your robes, really. Have they checked your robes?
They've given me a pat down.
Yeah, at the main entrance.
Oh, all right. Well, then I guess my robes are fine. Just
All
stuck
right.
it in the pocket in my robe
Yeah.
instead of my ass.
Just
All
stick
right,
the
give me a
handle
minute.
up
I
there.
have to go get you your bag of goodies.
Honestly, you
Alright.
should have just let him put it in.
Which way is the bathroom?
I mean, at least the handle,
I mean,
and then have like a tail, like.
Something. Yeah.
listen, go to the back, and right, he points there. He's like, well, you're back there. You know, put whatever you're gonna put to the side, put on an apron, and come back out with the soup.
Yeah, you want me to put it in the soup? Or
Don't
just
put
leave-
it. No, just put it to the side, then grab the soup.
all these cracked up fucking sweepers. All right, I'm gonna put it to the side in the corner that says Marcus, and I'm gonna grab the soup. I'm not gonna wash my hands either. I'm gonna just pull it out of my ass, leave it on Marcus's side, and then pick up the thing of soup.
All right. Give me a con save.
Oh.
10. All
I
right.
don't think I can. I don't think I have any rerolls.
No, you that's still a success. Don't worry. Let's see
Oh,
how the
thank
bag's
goodness.
Let's see how the bag's holding up. This is a very durable bag that just got a nat 20. So
The bag
you're pretty.
These aren't the type of bags that just break. All right, these are transportation bags.
You chose well with this material. So far, they haven't let you down. And yeah, you let one out, and you put it in the corner, and then you get ready to work in the kitchen. And you're just giving one to Marcus.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
you gotta save it. Right. I get you.
I can only do this so many times. All right, so I guess I'm just helping Marcus serve soup now.
Yeah, you're behind the counter, and then they're gonna have people come in throughout the day.
I'm gonna
So you
just
got a
tell him the
job.
deed is done.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I gotta do. I guess I'm just gonna start feeding these jabronis.
All right. They come in, broom in hand.
Maybe keep an
the
ear
works.
open for like if they say anything. Like maybe just listening to them if they say anything. I hear any good rumors or whatever.
Cool. Lucas, what are you doing here? Talking to this guy?
I
You see Pablo?
yeah, I'm just gonna sit down. They say, "Wow, your sweeping is so good," and I want him to hear that and say, "Wow, this game genuinely is."
Yeah.
I wanted to make him feel it.
All right. Give a persuasion check.
So, wonders. Okay, how does a 22 sit?
Yeah. So there is like a hidden scale in like the DMG where it's like it tells you how favorable like an NPC might feel towards you, and you just went up in a bracket where you would consider him to be friendly. So
So see. So I'm friends with this guy now.
yeah.
I say, "What's your name, there, buddy?"
Where is This
What was
guy's-
that? Yeah.
no?
what-
I was looking at my list of names because I don't come up with them on the spot. His name is Mark.
Mark, buddy, old pal. Marky Mark. Where's the funky bunch? Am I right? Mark. Mark.
Yeah, that's
Where did
Marcus,
he-
by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Mark,
Anyways,
just to let you
Mark.
know,
Can I call you
everyone
Mark?
knows Marcus, but they
Can
don't
I call
really
you
know
Mark?
Mark. Yeah.
Great, Mark. Where did they put our equipment when they took it from us and before we got in here? Where did they stash that?
Well, they take it to like the guard bear thing. That's like in like the southwest corner of the prison.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. So the opposite of here.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
not really
And
here.
which way back towards the cell blocks, past solitary and into the sewage area?
You want to go to sewage? It's gross down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I was told to go there, so that's where I'm heading.
Yeah. You go to the cell blocks and then you can take a right. Once you
Where
enter
which
there.
way the cell blocks? Back on the way I came back here.
Yeah. When you come out of here, take a left, and then you go right,
Okay.
and then straight away, you keep going, and sewage, all the way at the end. It's right under the guard tower. They don't really keep that one protected, I think. Guards don't really like sitting up there. There's usually just like one guy back there at a time too.
Mark, buddy, old pal, you've been a real help. I think you're great, and if there was an award for best sweeping, I would put you in a super strong third place. That's how highly I think of you. You're amazing.
Hey, Larry, you know, I'll take what I can get there.
I don't give out third places lightly, all right?
I mean, that's metal.
Yeah.
And honestly, what's most impressive about what you're doing, Mark, is that you're sweeping with the handle side down. It's incredible what you can accomplish with that.
See, I always thought that the straw gives you speed on the top. Right? It's aerodynamic. Not many people know about aerodynamics.
Listen, you're using a word.
A lot of
you can't just
idiots
make up
out
words
there,
like
TJ.
that.
Hey, shut up, Pablo.
At this point, Larry says, "Well, with that, Mark, I bid you adieu. See ya," and walks out.
Eesh. Alright, you walk out and you're heading towards sewage.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go down to the cell block. There's kind of like a corridor of like different cells that break up into like the cells where you are, where it goes into like 6 different ones. But you just see like the hallway where you all come through. There seems to be 2 stories in that. There are some guards around the side of the building. You start to head south, and you're going to solitary confinement, but there are a couple guards that are in the way. It seems like the actual cell is like above, and if you go below it, you can kind of see an opening with sewage, and you see that Josh was there.
Cool. I head that way, walking right at the guards.
Alright, so you start walking over. Let me see.
Yeah, and I say, "Excuse me." Like I start calling them out. Say, "Excuse me." Excuse me.
Okay.
Like,
Hey, what are you doing here?
Waving them down. Yeah. What's your guys' names?
This is Ben. And wait, they're fucking guards. They don't even fucking talk to you. Yeah. No.
Well,
Who are you?
I was told to come down here and see Ben. I was told that he would tell me my assignment to the sewage room.
What are you doing? Dude, what are you... You're not... Ben. You gave me my name. I don't know what... And they're kind of like whispering to each other back and forth, like they're not... Like...
I just needed to know which one of you was Ben. Another guard told me your name was Ben. Someone down here was Ben.
Alright, Ben steps forward. Alright, who told you to come talk to me?
My guard this morning.
What's his name?
He wouldn't tell me. I thought it was weird that he gave me just your name.
Alright, why do you need you to talk to me?
He told me that I would be going into the sewage area. Someone said something about potential replacement of someone soon. So they need to train someone up on it.
Wait, are you that guy that slept with the queen?
Nope, not me.
Oh, I could have swore that they would have got him next. Someone's really pissed at that guy.
Yeah, never met him. So
Hmm.
maybe somewhere
Could have
else.
swore he would be next up. Alright. I mean, I don't see why you would lie about us. And like they kind of like whisper to each other. Alright, well. Someone's still there. Usually there's not double punishment, but go ahead. Go down.
I don't know how narrow the hallway is. But are these? I asked them, and I say to them as I'm walking by, I'm like, so you guys are here like all shift or like all the time? They make you just sit by this poop?
Wait, are you talking to these
I'm
guys?
talking to the guards. Yeah. Still.
Oh, so you haven't gone ahead.
No. I was kind of looking at. So you guys have to fucking sit here and poop all day?
I mean, it hasn't really hit you. Can you smell it right now? He asks you.
I have a very sensitive nose, so yes.
All right, take a walk through that tunnel down there.
But
You'll get it.
they just make you sit out here all day, though?
They make all the guards sit out here all day. What are you asking?
Like poop. Anyways,
Nah,
all right.
not yet. You don't know what the hell that smells like until you go through that tunnel.
Okay. Cool.
Good luck.
Yeah, I walk past and I go on down the hallway to the pooper.
All right, give me a con save.
Holy shit! Is it because of my sensitive nose?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? All right. I don't think. Do I have anything that allows me to? No, not this stuff. I just gotta make sure. Name. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, that.
What is it?
19 total.
19? Alright, that's not bad. It hits you pretty horribly. It's a bit overwhelming.
It's like you shit.
Yeah. It definitely hits you in the face. But you can somehow still tolerate it. And you're able to still go down the hallway. You make it down and you see Joshua, and you see that there is a series of pipes, and they don't really have good flow. Some of it has running water, other ones not so great. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
I figured I'd come check it out.
Yeah, it's is it everything you dreamed of?
I mean, I don't know, man. I gotta look around a little more. Jesus Christ, Kevin. And so I guess
that's how the pipes look. Some of the pipes look like that because of it's he's unclogging them from a long ways away.
I'm gonna kind of I want to like investigate and like knock on them, like see how hollow they are, see if there's any weak spots, see potential entry and exit points. You know, see how far they go, where they might lead to, etc.
There is a series throughout the wall. You think that there might be a series of pipes, some of them larger than others. You think that the bigger pipes are a further distance away, while some of the smaller ones might be right from the tower above, which is pretty gross. But what you see is that there's also some pipes that feed in water for cleaning in different areas, but below you, you're kind of on a gate or a grid where the water and everything flows like down, and that would be like the entrance to the sewer. You notice that there's a couple different grates, maybe like 3 layers or so, until you get to the sewer, where each one of these is kind of locked up. But it might be difficult to open them going up.
Gotcha. I look to Josh and I say, "What will we take to open this?"
Strength. I mean, you could probably, if you were really strong, maybe be able to open it. But I feel like there's no like key or anything on the side there. There's we have some sort of magic, we can even teleport through it. I really miss having that ability.
Yeah. I understand. Well, now that I've got a better idea of what this looks like, I think we can relay this to the guys and join forces in some way to figure out how to.
Alright, well, this was bold of you to join me because we're here for the day.
Yep. We're in the shit now, and I am ready to work.
Alright, everyone goes. Has time pass?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like.
I will say I have to drop here in like 10 minutes, just as a heads
Alright.
up.
That's fair. That's fine. I know that we had a little bit of like a later start, and also
No
getting
worries.
used to like the setting. So
Yeah. I just want to, and if anybody else wants to pass on. I'm ready to pass my turn off to someone else if they're up to stuff.
yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do to for the day before, having the guards turn you back into the room?
Yeah, actually, if I'm on the way back to that day, we're gonna pass a couple of guards, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to kind of go past Ben and try to swipe his keys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of be like, "Hey, man, Ben, thanks again." And kind of give him like an old
Oh, he doesn't.
pat up.
He doesn't want to get close to you, and he's above you, and then he's also telling you and Joshua to go over to like this water at the entrance right before solitary, and then they're gonna be pouring soap on you.
Okay. I still want to try to take his keys off him. They're just too far away.
Okay. So he's up some stairs. You try to go up the stairs.
He's like they're like further away, or can we do it to like soap off first and then we can go upstairs?
You can go soap off first, and they're essentially trying to do that. There's not much of a pump, but yeah.
All right.
They,
Okay, good. All right, I will soap off then, and I will then go up there and attempt to take his keys.
all right, you start to climb the stairs, and they go, "Whoa, whoa! What are you doing?" And they raise up their spears. Go back. It's time to go to the cells.
I showered.
That doesn't matter. You can't come up here. It's solitary.
Oh, silly me! The cells aren't up here.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't just show me solitary and what they look like.
if you come up here, we'll put you in the cell.
Gotcha. That's a Texas Fives time for you, buddy. I will chill out and I will go back.
All right.
I go back on the steps and I say, maybe another time.
All right.
Could I try one last investigation check about the chandelier before I gotta go and leave the library?
Sure.
All right, 29.
Damn. All right. You being in there all day and going through some of the books, instead of reading them because you're like, I don't want to read this. They're cursed. This won't work. You start to look around, and you're noticing you're trying to time the guards and not looking. And so, what you do is you climb one of the bookshelves, and you look up to the chandelier so you can get a closer look. And you notice that the way the tower is that this is right under the warden's chambers, and it's a bit high up, but if this has infernal text on it around it, you think that there's something emanating from it, maybe some kind of energy. and you notice that there is torches around, but there seems to be something that's shiny in the center of it.
Okay.
That seems to be radiating. It's different than the light, like natural light of all of the, torches and candles and whatnot on it. But there seems to be something that is radiating bluish. So.
Okay. I probably would fail, but could I try to make like an Arcana check on it?
I guess with the investigation, I feel like that's pretty much it.
Okay.
You would think that it has some kind of special magical property, but with the 29, you remember Joshua's story about a guy looking for something in the warden's area, and saying that he was looking for something shiny as well, like a crystal or whatever, and you noticed that this might be the object he was talking about. He went to the wrong place, was caught by the warden, but maybe it wasn't even there at all. Maybe it's hidden in plain sight, but you can see it.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Yeah. So, everyone starts to get collected again. Lucas, you actually have your hands free still from the chains that were put on you from earlier this morning. The guards are bringing you back. Like I said, your hands are free. So there are 6 guards. 5 of them need to lock up. What are you guys doing?
My plan was to go back in the cell and just share information.
I think I'll do the same, more or less.
All right.
So will I.
All right. Kevin?
I mean, I don't have information to share, so I mean, I'm going back in the cell.
You got a nice bronze going.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, you were just in the sun all day. Was there
No
anything
one
else you
came and
wanted?
introduced information to me, which is some bullshit. So it's what I'm used to.
Is there anything else that you want to do besides suntanning?
No. That was it. I'm just bullshit that nothing more came out of it. That's all.
That's fair. This guy really roughing it in prison.
Right. I had to not do anything and get no reward for that all day.
Yeah.
Why male models?
Am I not gorgeous?
All right. So everyone goes into the cell.
Are you kidding? I just explained that.
Yeah. Yeah, Pablo, you're holding the knife in your robes? Did you attempt to put it anywhere? Are you
no, I took his word for it about them not really checking the robes, and I'm just gonna kind of have it very tightly pressed against me in my robes.
Handle
right.
first. I'm no dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you do that. The guards put you back, lock up, and there you go. No, nothing else. So you guys are back, locked in the cells. What's going on?
I'm just gonna tell them I have a little surprise for the guards if we ever try and plan anything against them.
What do you have?
A surprise.
You talking about your butt dust again?
No. Well, that too, but
that's what I thought.
It's longer and more pointed.
Oh, the other side. That's what my go-to weapon is.
On the other side, but
well, can you get out?
I could see. I don't know. Could I see? Could I do some kind of check to see if I could use the knife to sort of unlock my cell?
Yeah, go for it.
What do you think I would go for?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh, that's been pretty good to me this game.
Huh. The lowest you can get is a 21. Fucking rogues.
Yeah, you struggle a bit with it, but you managed to open it up.
Sick. I'm gonna go through and be like, I'm gonna go to the other cells and be like, are you gonna be on my side? We all on the same side here?
Yeah, I mean, we can get out, but like, what's the plan?
I don't know. Let's get out. That's step one. And I'm just gonna start opening up Joshua's cell, and I'm gonna just try and go around and open up everyone's cells.
Yeah. But like, if we get out, we need somewhere to go. We need to figure out. We need to move all at once. You know?
Yeah.
If
we
we're
can
caught
do
out
that.
there now, it's gonna be like hell. You know?
If you and with the mention of the word hell, Sebastian goes, I think you may have just clued in on something more than you knew. Then he will share what he found out about like the cursed music and the sort of the glowing stone and the weird like infernal architecture in the library, and how this whole place is somehow a big curse trap.
That's weird. Well, I know
One
that
more
the
reason to get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm thinking we need to break the thing in the chandelier in order to be able to get magic back and have a chance of getting out of here.
you find in the chandelier.
Remember the thing you told me that guy was trying to find when he went to the warden's office and didn't find it?
Talking as Joshua.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. I'm like, remember the thing that you, Joshua, told me the guy went to the warden's office to find and he didn't find it? I think I found it.
Okay.
You found the thing that was suspected to be in the warden's office in the library?
Yeah, it looks like it's part of this large chandelier that hangs in the center of the library, and the whole architecture of the place looks like it's some sort of giant magical device that is either stopping magic or is creating like some sort of I don't know, magical work that is preventing people from being able to, use the skills that we all have.
You guys get magic back. It'd be pretty strong.
Yes.
Agreed.
The moment that there's magic back.
Give you guys your magic back, and then go to the sewers, and we can like set some poops on fire or something.
How certain are we of this chandelier magic disruptor?
Well, this is what I can say is that based upon what I could make out in the library, there is a power source that's in the chandelier that doesn't seem to be doing anything else except for powering the architecture in the library, and everything in the library is a cursed document to make people go crazy. So is it a leap? Do I have everything locked down right now? No, but that's what I've got right now.
We could possibly set a distraction to get more guards over by the sewage system if we want to investigate it more thoroughly.
I mean,
that might make sense.
Would I
Absolutely.
feel confident?
Maybe we could set something small on fire.
Would I feel confident would I feel confident that I had investigated it about as much as it could be investigated?
Yeah, essentially.
So I
mean, you're pretty confident that you got
all the stuff and things.
Insight. Yeah.
So that's. I'm thinking we have to remove the stone. Removing the stone gives us the ability to get our magics back. But how we get it. When I first saw the chandelier, I was thinking about breaking the chandelier or making it fall down because that would create a distraction. And then I started thinking about how to do that. And then that's when I noticed that the stone was in there. And that's when I started piecing together like it being a power source and that last dude that tried to escape and find it in the warden's office, that must have been what he was trying to find.
We'd love to believe this theory. We should have a diversion so we can investigate.
Yeah, if we are going to be doing this, and I assume this would be for setting up next time, what would we be thinking for like the groups that we split into, with who's making a distraction, who's breaking chandelier, where will we be,
Probably do a
etc.?
distraction. I have good sleight of hand and good stealth.
Well, one of the things that I had suggested to one of the guards this morning was that maybe those of us who have the ability to perform could do a performance in the main area, the courtyard that we were in. And so if we can convince the guards to let us do that, or at least a couple of us, then the others could try and go take out this chandelier.
That's not a sure thing to get the guards to come over.
They're already going to be pissed. We broke out of our cells.
Yeah, Also, like, what if they don't like the performance and they leave?
I'm gonna get a couple of those broom NPCs. I'm gonna break them out of their cells, set one end of their broom on fire, and just tell them to go hog wild.
We'll clog the shitter.
Yep.
Double diversion.
I'll just let a couple of pyros out with their flaming brooms, and they can just set some parts of the jail on fire.
You realize there's a guy named Hal, a couple cells down.
They finally got me. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, more or less. That's my plan.
Nerdy.
Oh. Since I have my knife unlocked.
I got a bounce here, fellas.
Cool. Thanks for playing, Lucas.
Good to hear your voice, Lucas.
Hey, dude.
Great to hear you guys again.
Kisses.
Right. Yeah. Peace out. Have a good
Later.
Later. See ya.
Nice, guys. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, teacher.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Would we want to... I mean, I don't know how we want to do this. Would we want to try and hit this next week and try and continue? And if people are available, then there are more prisoners? Or...
I mean, I would want to continue on with our main story. I want to see what happened. But this will be a good one for the weeks.
Oh, absolutely.
This will be a good one for the weeks when there's
no main story left.
Yeah.
I also think it would probably be pretty easy to let, if somebody else was going to jump in, to let somebody else jump in. You know,
just flip-flop one of these broom guys. But
right.
In their inventory, there has to be a broom.
Wait, instead of left, right, left, it's right, left.
Eric's
Wait,
here.
I've broken it.
Eric made it.
All right, you're a broom guy. Roll for a sweep.
Roll for sweep.
True. Go, Eric.
Oh, I have to roll?
Go, do it now.
Yeah, you're here. It's
Hurry.
the D&D channel.
Oh, jeez.
Go, go, go.
All right, rolling a d20.
Yes.
It's a 3.
God damn it, Eric.
You
can't...
swept like shit.
You just screwed up the whole heist.
He did the broom upside down like Patrick.
Yep. And like Mark.
Right.
Mark as well.
Yep.
The aerodynamics. It's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong about that, Marcus. No, not Marcus.
No, it's not Marcus.
I know.
Specifically not Marcus.
It's like, what's this one? Mark. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
He's 15 feet away from Marcus.
when he did that, when Lucas did that, I don't know if you watched Community, but there was like a part where he tries to get what's his name, Luis Guzman on there, and he's snapping his fingers at Annie. He's like, "I loved you in the movie," and he's like, and he starts snapping his fingers, and then they pass it like her phone over to him, and he's like, "I loved you in IMDb," and he's like, "Shh," and then they're like, "Oh, okay." So that kind of happened with me, is that I found my list, and I'm like, Mark. I'm like, oh, there's Marcus right there.
Marcus and Mark.
Genuinely got like a laugh out of that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Out of like the different names, it's like there's that. So
Alright, fellas, I'm actually falling asleep as well. Sorry.
that's fair.
Yeah.
My dude. But GG's. And I'm excited to see where this one goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome, guys. Well,
All right. Later, all.
Cool.
See ya.
have a good night.
Later, guys.
Later. I have to say, the parts that I loved at the very end, is when everybody is talking for a plan and understanding it. That is just, as a DM, where I'm like, I can shut the, like, it's like a comedian when you tell a joke and they take a sip of water. It's like, good, okay. People know
Right.
where we're at.
It's one of those things where it's like, because at first when you were like, we were introduced to the jail cells and stuff, and it's like, well, we can't do anything. We're just screwed right now. And it's like, that's where, you know, making sure it's like there's the freedom to get stuff going. That's where it allows just like, all right, what if we do this? It's like, maybe. And in my head, sometimes it's like, that's not going to work, but go for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm open to as well. Where
Right.
it was just like, I'm like, I have these pathways in mind, but then you guys would be like, hey, with this information, I found
We're
an
going to turn
exploit.
people into giants and smash a statue through the walls.
Yes. And that is always a possibility, which I'm like, oh, I didn't consider. I gave you this piece of information, and that is factually true. Okay, well, there you go. We
Right.
have that range. But this sounds good. All right, well, we'll see how, I'm excited to see how next week goes for the pirates, and I hope that you don't kill us just to continue this. So I want to see if we can actually survive.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always rooting for you guys. It's something where it's like, I don't want to see you guys fail. Why would that be the fun thing? It's like, I could always win. That's easy.
I just wrote.
It's like, hey, remember what I just had you fight? Times 2. It's like, but we'll definitely lose. Yeah, I win. Idiots. It's like, but what? It's like, that only lasts one fight. New party. They died too. New party. What? Where is everyone? Once the DM shows off how good he is at the game, it's just like, all right, cool, I'm out. It's like, I made such a strong character. It's like, yeah, I can add by plus 20 on each of my damage rolls too. That part's not hard.
Yeah.
It's when someone shoots something out, and then she's like, wait, what'd you just do? And then they link it into chat, and I go, holy fuck, that's legitimate? What the fuck? You did how much? And now he's yours? Shit.
Yeah.
God damn Shrek.
Well, it's interesting that we started your campaign at such a high level, and then we just had some people start with different items and whatnot, which I feel like is always interesting. I mean, I came up with this concept because at the very beginning of the day, I was like, I don't want to give them fucking items. And then I was like, oh, okay, I know what I'm going to do now. And then that's how this idea came to be. But then I was like, it's still difficult because I'm like, I was going between level 10 and level 12. I was in like that range. And then eventually I said, screw it, we're going to go with level 12. But even though you guys don't have items and whatnot, I'm still horribly afraid at the balance of this, because this level is like, you know, when you start to really good, like, you know,
Yeah.
like this is like, so you have a little bit more experience because we've been going since level 11, and now you're like, I'm kind of gauging it, and you're still kind of like,
No
I don't
way.
know.
There is no gauging any of this shit. Because it's just like, I throw stuff out, and they're just like, stuff that you guys are like, I've been hiding this for 3 levels. It's like, what the shit? All right, well, I guess this encounter that was supposed to be like the thing for the night is over.
Yes. And that's the thing that what I'm saying is, at least there's some things that you're like, oh, I've seen this between, the last 6 times we met. Like, I've seen this ability. I have your character sheets, and I'm gonna have to definitely like read them before next time we play this, because otherwise I'm gonna be like, I have no idea what the like, it's gonna be completely a surprise, and then we're gonna get apes crashing statues through walls, which I'm for, but it's also like, all right, let's also make it a challenge as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny too, because it's like at this moment, like with no magic, useless, just so useless. Like I probably across the board for the most part, but like I know myself, it's just like, yeah, there's some things I can do, but without magic, ugh.
Yeah, I had that's one of the reasons I wanted to put Josh in here in the same situation as you guys, and try to get into the same mindset of where I'm like, what can I do with this character that I've made? And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty dependent on the party. So I'm like, I have a perspective,
Right.
from where you guys also have it.
And it's funny because I was just thinking about that, like, as a player, just in this situation. It's like, I'm actually glad that I'm getting to play because I can just visualize it. Not that I would necessarily, like, be in these situations, but it's just being able to understand. It's like, okay, the power as opposed to very much not power in situations.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's exactly it. Whenever you guys figure out, and if you guys figure out how to get your powers back, then I feel like Prison Break becomes so much easier.
Right.
Because I definitely thought this going in, and I'm like, I wonder what the guys are going to do. I'm like, I feel like we're going to have at least a monk. Someone wants to be unarmored defense, because I said no items at the beginning. So I figured that some people would do this. And to have a team of like 3 bard, well, not 3 bards, you're a warlock, but I keep picturing you as a bard.
For, like I one of the items that, like, the one that I had like chosen and was like, okay, this is the one I'm going with, was the like seer lute or seer lyre or something, and it's one of the like bard instruments. And then I'm like, wait, I'm a fucking warlock. Damn it. And I changed what I went with because it's like, I thought I was a bard too.
Yeah. So
just because it's like I'm a satyr, and it's just like, oh right, they just love to party, so I'm basically a bard, but not exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally see where you're coming from.
Yeah, definitely. This is a great group. I found it funny that they were on the same page with that. Lucas did like a 180, because he went bard. He first told me wizard,
Yeah.
and he was like, nope, full bard.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Bard is great to go full on.
Like I seriously thought, Bard can be like really fun to just go. I love Bard. It's definitely its own little, like, all right, this is like this weird thing, and you can do so much with it. But like just playing with different classes, like I just went Warlock this time, and it's like, oh shit, I just went Warlock. But with this guy, it's like I thought I was gonna be one of the only spellcasters because it was gonna be such a limitation, and then no, it's fine. Oh, and it could have been just the opposite. It could have been just that we all thought no items, fine, spells. Oh, no spells? Shit. Oh, shit. We didn't think that. We thought no items, meaning I can't swing my sword at you, but a fireball. Oh shit.
So that's how we put. Okay, that
could be.
That's better. That's
Could be. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I mean, it checks out.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the classes that I've played, because I have not played Bard yet in anything.
Yeah.
I have not played Druid and Sorcerer, but Sorcerer is on my list. Like, I mainly make Sorcerers, but but I've never played it, I think.
I don't know that I've really played a sorcerer. I know I played that one in Tom's game. But I mean, that was just kind of like fireball all the time. And
Well, can we do like a
then he
Sorlock
died.
and just combine like a Warlock and Sorcerer together and do like a combo to kind of like pick and choose some of the early stuff that you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, that's
absolutely.
that's a big class online. A Soradin as well, Sorcerer Paladin. That's a good one. That I've seen
because there's
people
just
focus
so
on.
many different charisma classes.
Yeah.
It's just like Bard, Paladin, Sorcerer, Warlock, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that they should, like, they originally had Warlock as intelligence, but then they're like, hey, we tested it with charisma and we're keeping it that way. And it's like, you're good at dancing for your sugar daddy rather than learning the ways of the occult or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
They
like
decided on it,
when I first saw it, I liked it because of just playing it. It allowed my stuff to switch right over, but just the lack of intelligence classes is something where it's like, yeah, it probably should have just been intelligence.
It's funny because I've been wanting intelligence classes and I've seen people homebrew things, and even with Artificer that is now official,
Mhm.
I have not read anything about Artificer. I've tried
Right.
tried a couple times, and for some reason, like, it hasn't stuck with the other classes. And for whatever reason, when I hear different things like, oh, they get 2 attacks, I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, for whatever reason, it's ingrained.
It's not one of the 11, and
Yeah.
it's just some piece of shit throw on that's just in there. Get the fuck out of here.
It was
like I've played. I don't even remember the character that I played that was an artificer, but I'm pretty sure I have played one for at least like 2 or a couple sessions.
Lucas was texting me beforehand, and I didn't really want to tell the group because I wanted to be kind of like a surprise, be like, oh yeah, Lucas is here. And then so I was texting him on the side, and he's like, hey, is there any classes I should avoid or like any limitations? And I was like, no, you can be anything you want, but I'm like, but in all honesty, I've not read up on the Artificer, and my rulings on that might be unfair for no reason, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
I'm being completely honest that I may accidentally be biased.
Yes, but knowing full well at the same time.
Right. I'm being right out front that I am, and don't choose a gnome, and don't choose a... There are certain things, if you choose it, like if you choose before Tom started playing with an artificer, and then he's just like, actually, I love them. If you chose a gnome artificer with a weapon of you can't be surprised, he would have maybe stroked out if he was the DM.
Yes.
If not for Frost Maiden, we would have been able to. I could have replaced my bardic sorcerer with a gnome artificer, and then I could have just taken your weapon, and then he would have just been completely out to get him. Everyone else would have been fine.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I saw that you had popped on, and then I was like, oh, I'll jump in there. I'm kind of killing some time, and then Lucas appears right before, and then I'm just like, oh shit, what? And then it's like he's talking like he's gonna be in the game, and it's like, oh shit, he's gonna be here. Nice.
Yeah. He was texting me beforehand. He's just like, "Hey, are you on? If you can tell, I'm ready to play. I'm ready." He's like,
Yeah.
"Come on." And I was just like, "God damn it!" And I'm like, still making things. and I was doing that like before. Like I was grabbing dinner with my dad, and then I was like, "Oh, this went way over," because we were just talking about stuff. And then I finally got here, and I'm like, "Shit, I have an hour." I'm like, I knew I should have done this before, because before I was doing the story, I was doing the details, I had the characters, and I had different things. I'm like, this is the most important stuff anyway. And then I like to have maps because I'm biased when I'm like I want a visual for each thing, and then I got like half of that. But then it was just funny because I was like, oh, I wonder, like earlier in the day, I'm like, people will probably want to start at like 8:30, like when Lucas is on, he's usually starting then. And so I only have like a handful of things, and then he's like, hey, get on now, we're ready. And I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, people are gonna be ready at 8:30. It's like, how about 7:30? That work? It's like, no.
said 9, and then he was at like 8:20. Like, we good? We're gonna start this. And then I jumped on whenever I saw it, and then he was like, we're here. So it's funny he was turned on the camera too, which I would have done, but I don't have my laptop anymore, and then even if I did, it would be hanging on by a thread. So
just turning on the camera takes up all the RAM and CPU.
well, yeah, essentially.
You just get a still image that changes every 30 seconds. It's just a slideshow.
I'm still so happy to have a computer from 10 years later and just be like, oh, like I can start it up and then be on Discord within
Right.
a minute, because when I had my laptop, I was like, I need to get on at 8:30 so that I'm ready to join exactly at 9. Like it was like that
Yeah.
bad.
Yep. Yeah, Discord too sometimes can just be brutal with like what updates? You were on like an hour ago.
Yeah.
What updates are taking 20 minutes? There are none? Then what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like fucking Crackdown.
Crackdown.
Yeah. We're looking for updates. I was like, dude, I just downloaded you. What do you need? What? But yeah, I am so goddamn close to level 6 agility in that game, and it is so annoying because anytime, even if I get like a level 4 orb or some shit, it only goes. I think I need 30 more orbs that are level 4. If I get level
Jesus.
1, it's not gonna do anything.
It's like 432.
Yeah. And then here's the thing: is I started a new world, and then they're like, "Hey, this agent, the amount of orbs you found is based off of the agent that you use," and it's like, oh, and the only problem I have is that you can only get those orbs through getting, or you can only get that skill increase by the orbs and the races and nothing else. All the other skills you can just
Right.
keep playing and you get it. But like in the first game, if you killed someone while you jumped in the air, then you would get like 1 orb or something like that. But I think I've done it in this game, and I'm like,
Well, the hidden
Yeah.
orbs too are gonna give a bunch. Finding a bunch of those.
true, I have like almost 100 of those or something.
I know last time I actually paid attention, I was at 50 something, but I don't know how many we've found since then. It's not enough where it's like maybe I'm at 60 something,
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Stupid fun game. Alright, well,
Yeah.
instead of playing that, I need to sleep.
Right.
But I do want to play that.
I know.
All right, guys. Eric, nice to have you join. Even though,
Momentarily, and
yeah.
mess everything up on your sweeping.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
You're
Yeah.
sweeping now.
It's your character. You're gonna be Mark. Don't get confused with Marcus. All right.
What?
Later, guys.
Later.
Oh, good times.
Absolutely. So